Hello everybody, this is Fragger here from Achievement Hunter. I am back in Prince of Persia actually because somebody reminded me I didn't do this guide for Got Walkthrough, which is all the sarcophagi in the game. Now, this very first one it'll point it out to you in a cutscene like you're seeing right here, and then you're gonna do this whole parkour thing and get to it. Now, this is a very long video. This is 10 minutes long. This is gonna be painful. So, what you gotta do to every sarcophagus is break it. There's number 1 of 21. Let's do this. Now, a little bit later on, this one is very hard to miss because there's a pressure plate right above it, and there it is. You know, you can see it's right below the pressure plate. I mean, it's really, really hard to miss this one. Now, the next one will happen through somewhat logical progression of level. You can kind of see it all the way over there to the left. So, you're going to be going through all of these traps. Traditional Prince of Persia traps. There's a bunch of enemies here, you know, I fight in here for a few seconds, and I'm like, you know what, screw it, and I run. I kind of cut here, but what ends up happening is if you kind of stand on the other side, they'll keep running into the spikes and dying, and you'll still get experience for it. So why fight them when you could make them die? Now, this part here this is one of the longer ones to get to. There's a few that are more hidden than this one, but this is probably one of the longer trips you'll have getting to it. There, I'm getting some of my health back. And then Graham, we've got number 3. Okay, so the very next one is at the very end of the prison level. You can see I'm about to hit this pressure plate to open up that gate. And you're going to want to time it because this plate goes down really quick. So I tend to roll right as it's about to fire so I can get through all of the arrows without issue. You see I actually had half my time left. But instead of continuing past the gate, you go up along the right-hand side. And there's a whole bunch of things you can wall run across because, you know, the prince is a badass that way, I guess. And you gotta open that up and, oh look! It's a sarcophagi that we are going to open and get more experience points so we can get another achievement later on. Isn't that nice? Now, a little bit later on, this is in the sewer. This is a little bit after you enter it, you're gonna see, I think this is the first time they actually do the retracting water spout. So climb up this, and there's a I'm reiterating what you're seeing, but you get what I'm saying. But instead of continuing, you're gonna want to double back, and on top of the previous water spout, if I want to pronounce spout correctly, is another sarcophagi to get. Hooray! We are moving along. We have a bunch more to go. Now, at the very end of the sewer, you can actually see the setting kind of changes right here. The traditional blue sparkle of them nearby. And this is actually a tricky one. You want to time it so that you freeze the water right as it's about to switch, so that when you're going between the two of them and you let go of it, you can very easily grab the next water spout. I kind of explained that in my first video for Prince of Persia. Now this is towards the very beginning of the royal chambers. You're going to see on the left-hand side, after a very big battle, there's going to be 2 pressure plates and a spout. You can see I'm looking at right here. You hit the pressure plate, sorry, on the left, and bam, we have number 7. I'm going to stop saying bam. Now this one here is about midway through the royal chambers. This is once again through natural progression, but just a little bit off the beaten path. But the way you want to do this is you want to start climbing with the right-hand side, and as you're about to fly back into the right-hand side, unsolidify the water, and it's a sarcophagus! Whoever would have guessed that? Now this is at the very end of the royal chambers. You can double back to this one if you missed it. I know I did by accident. So it is possible to double back for this one, but keep in mind, as with all these sarcophagi, if you miss one, you cannot like level jump back in. You have to start the game over. I mean, they'll still be broken, the ones you've done, but you're gonna have to start the whole game over again. So keep that in mind. Now you see this at the very, very beginning of the throne room. You can even see the title card is still up there. Climb up the left-hand side. This is right before you fight the mid-game boss that I already did a video for. And you can see by coming towards the camera, oh my god! It's a surprise sarcophagus. It's up there. You're gonna get some XPs. Okay, so now number 11 is during the section called the terrace. Now, you'll get a little cutscene where you'll kind of see the sparkly green stuff. You can see it right there. There's a sarcophagus. And then you're going to have a nice little fight here, and I actually like this bit here where I go, oh, hi! And after the fight, go up on the right-hand side, and oh, look! It's a sarcophagus. I never would have guessed. It's what I always wanted. Okay, so now we have number 11. Let's go to number 12. This is in the rooftop garden section. When you see this cutscene with your brother getting more power, you're gonna have to go there anyways. So this one isn't that hard to get to, but this section here can actually be very difficult because this is one of the first times they actually like require you to unsolidify and resolidify in a jump. So that's why they have the little floor at the bottom so you can kind of learn how to do it. But this is not easy, so good luck on doing it. So we are going to move on because I actually had to cut this down for time. But this is, I'm about to go to an area where you have to fight a whole bunch of enemies in an octagon. Once you defeat them, there's going to be a guy for you to travel across with on the straight across. Take a left, you see a waterfall, and you know, this game is very linear. And most of these are just barely off the beaten path, like the one I'm going to right now. And you can see there's a sarcophagus, and oh look, it's number 13. I'm so thrilled. So we are going to now move on to number 14. Now number 14 is contained within the Aqueducts. This is pretty much after you have a very, very large scale fight, and you're going to be in this area. And once the birds appear, of course the fight's done, but you want to go to the left and kind of drop down here, and that's where, surprise, there's going to be a sarcophagus. I would have guessed that. So we're going to get said sarcophagus right now. Okay, moving on. This is in the ruins of Rakim. This is around when you learn how to make old things new again, I guess. Learn how to do like Antiques Roadshow or something. The power. And you're gonna have this little puzzle here where the way they do the sarcophagi is they make you learn something new before they teach it to you. So now moving on, this is literally like maybe 2 minutes after the last one. This is the most devilishly well hidden one ever. So you do that and look over here. You can start seeing the sparkles. It's so close and easy to find, but I almost missed this one myself. It's so just cleverly hidden. Touché. Now this is right in Rakim's throne room. You can see the throne that was behind me. This is kind of on the way you're supposed to go, but you have to do something different at the end. But I thought I'd show the whole thing anyways. What you have to do is this is where they start really hammering in how to use this this ancient power or revert power. I forget what it's called. It's been about a month since I played the game when I'm doing this recording, unfortunately. And you have to kind of move a little bit quickly. They start putting the pressure on you here. So, yay. Already ran out of material. But still, stuff to do. You can see I'm like looking at things and wall running and parkouring and rambling. But you want to actually put the floor in there because what I learned is if you kind of drop, there's a possibility of actually killing yourself. So make sure that you solidify the floor before you drop down and unsolidify it. Now after a titan bursts through the ground, you're going to see 2 waterfalls. Go through the left one, there's a little hole in the ground. You'll kind of know the area. I didn't really have any good footage to set it up, so sorry about that. Now, when you continue past that, literally 20 seconds later, you're going to be in this area through natural progression, and drop down the left-hand side, and you're going to see the telltale signs of something hidden. Oh my god, oh my god. So, do stuff. Be all Prince of Persia-y. And be actual Persian. So, we're almost done. Finally, 19. Great. Now, this is in Solomon's Vault. This one's a little tricky. There's a pressure plate there on the left-hand side. Left-hand side of the room. And you're going to have to do this kind of anyways, if I remember correctly. But what you want to do instead is what I'm doing here. And this one's kind of tricky because you have to hit the plate, immediately jump, and start rolling so you move a little faster. Because the gate will close before you get there. So keep that in mind. There we got number 20. Now this one's really easy to get. This one is literally on your way there. I think you have to get this one no matter what. But I liked how it's paced. The ending of this game is paced incredibly fast, which is why I like the end of this game. So we're almost there. So have you enjoyed our journey? I'm guessing by the unanimous internet silence. No. I'm sorry. So, you can see the telltale signs once again. But right there on the right-hand side, where I am now, is off the beaten path. So, do what I'm doing. Hooray. And there we go. We got the very last one. We're going to get walkthrough here. Number 21. in the King's Tower. So we got walkthrough Will Travel here at Achievement Hunter, where we've got tons of videos to tell you exactly what you need to do in games to get achievements. Check back later. See you later.